In the darkest days of World War II, when the swastika flew over much of Europe and Britain stood alone against Hitler's seemingly unstoppable war machine, one man's words carried the weight of a nation's survival. That man was Winston Churchill. More than just a prime minister or wartime leader, Churchill became the living voice of British defiance, hope, and unbreakable spirit. Through his speeches, he inspired a nation to resist, a people to endure, and a world to believe that victory was still possible. A leader in Britain's darkest hour. When Churchill became Prime Minister on May 10, 1940, Nazi Germany had just launched its blitzkrieg across Western Europe. Norway had fallen. France was collapsing. The British Army was retreating toward Dunkirk. Many believed that Britain's defeat was only a matter of time. But Churchill brought with him not only strategic vision and experience, but also a profound mastery of language. His speeches were not merely political statements, they were rallying cries forged in fire. He told the British people the truth, that the war would be long, hard, and full of sacrifice. Yet he also told them that they would never surrender. Words that stirred a nation. Churchill's speeches became legendary, broadcast over the BBC and reprinted in newspapers across the world. They gave ordinary Britons the strength to carry on through air raids, bombings, and hardship. In his first speech as Prime Minister, he famously declared, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat." As France fell, he reassured the British people with a defiant vow. "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall never surrender." When the Battle of Britain raged in the skies, he immortalized the Royal Air Force. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. These speeches weren't just rhetoric, they were weapons in themselves, aimed at bolstering morale, uniting a divided government, and signaling to the world that Britain would not give in. A master of timing and tone. Churchill understood the power of emotion, timing, and imagery. He didn't give empty promises, he gave purpose. He made the British people feel that their resistance mattered, that every sacrifice had meaning, and that they were part of something far greater than themselves. During the Blitz, when London was being bombed nightly, Churchill toured the rubble with ordinary citizens, often without any protection. His physical presence, paired with his stirring broadcasts, made him a symbol of shared suffering and shared strength. He used humor, defiance, and resolve to keep spirits high. He also skillfully appealed to broader themes like liberty, duty, and civilization, presenting the war not just as a national struggle, but as a moral crusade. Global impact and legacy. Churchill's voice didn't only save Britain, it galvanized the free world. His speeches were read and replayed in the United States, where they helped sway public opinion and build support for Lend-Lease and eventually full American entry into the war. Even Joseph Stalin acknowledged Churchill's importance as a symbol of resistance. While Churchill often clashed with Allied leaders, his oratory made him an indispensable figure in the global fight against tyranny. After the war, Churchill's voice continued to resonate in the early Cold War years, warning of the Iron Curtain and promoting unity in the West. Winston Churchill was not flawless. His policies and opinions were sometimes controversial and remain debated to this day. But during Britain's hour of greatest need, he gave the country something no one else could: belief. Belief in survival, belief in victory, and belief in itself. In a war fought with bombs and bullets, Churchill's most powerful weapon was the spoken word. And with it he saved Britain.